everybody, welcome to Highlight Crafts, to Red Robin's new incredible launch. Now, I am a little bit excited about this. In fact, I'm like super excited about this because it's pumpkin patch. Of course, we're into the Halloween season, and obviously it doesn't have to be Halloween. So this is more a nod towards our lovely autumnal season. It's my favourite season of the year. And we have got some incredible little characters. So I'm going to introduce you to a couple of them before I take you through the boards, because it is super, super cute and super, super fun. So, look, how good's this? Now, our lovely Kath has made these. You always know when our team love working with a particular collection, because the samples we get back are incredibly breathtaking. Now, on this one, I just want to quickly show you. So she's done the Z fold, but she's done it a little bit different, because I love the fact that she's used a tag shape, which is brilliant. But then in addition to that, to support the bunting up here, I don't know if you can quite see, there is acetate, construction acetate holding it together so it doesn't actually collapse. Isn't that a clever way of using that? Love it. Super character, one of my favourites. And I love, got to say, the colourways on this are phenomenal. They are not necessarily the stereotypical colourways that you would get with the pumpkins. Love that. One of my favourites. And then, of course, when you are doing your Halloween or anything, you need a trick-or-treat bag. Of course you do. And our lovely Lou's done this for us. Look. Aren't they the most adorable characters you can possibly get? We have got our little mouse, we've got our little owl, and then we've got our pussycat. But all these pumpkins, aren't they just incredible? The artwork is phenomenal. Our graphics team, again, have done just the best job ever. I'm saving that one because that's my favourite. I'm going to turn this one around. Look, aren't they just the best ever? Love all the foliage that you get in with this, and the fact that you get the little pumpkins. And look, here's another character, a lovely little rabbit. So let's take you through the boards and what is actually coming with the collection. So here we have our lovely gateway, and this is the actual pumpkin patch. Let me just put it into the middle for everybody. Is that, there we go. You can see that much better now. So here we have our gateway, okay, into the pumpkin patch, whether that be, let me think what it's called, an allotment. We have all of the bunting. I'm loving these bunting because they're like paper bags and things. And then obviously we've got those lovely pumpkins that layer up. One of my favourites, and that's Autumn Harvest. Okay, so excuse me flipping these dies over to show what they are. Look. So here we start with the gate, and obviously it's that colourway. Look here. Isn't he just, love him? And he's got his little friend with him as well. He's these super, super cute characters. But you don't always just have to use it like this, because you've got the decoupage elements. You can absolutely make different things. So that is now an element of a wreath on an aperture, okay? Cut that out several times. And now this is Rusty Hollow. Then we move on to the pumpkin patch itself. Now, this is one of the dies. Let me just find it so I can explain. Here we are. So this is the die set. You're getting that lovely big band across the bottom that is all of the pumpkins. You're getting the full scene, which is this element. Then you're also, in addition to that, you're getting this piece that then lines up across the top of the lovely houses. So then that cuts that element out. Then you've also got this piece, which is the gated area, or this, which is here. So you can layer all of this up, and this is what you end up with all of those layers and all those elements where you've got ability to tuck your characters in, have them nested in here. Cut away one of those pumpkins and have them sat within the pumpkins as well. Love it when we bring you a scene with, I know one of Mel's favourite things, the wibbly wobbly lines, as she likes to call them. In addition to those, we are bringing Casper. Look at him. Isn't he adorable? And I love that he's got his little pumpkin. He's holding the pumpkin. And again, we've got that shrubbery behind. So if you take away Casper, you can still use the pumpkin and this on its own as a corner die. Now, I have to say, this is the country pumpkin. This is one of the most beautiful pumpkin scenes I've seen for a very long time. I am loving this cornflower blue that we've got going on through all of this. Again, it then refers back to his jacket, okay? So isn't that just stunning? Love that. That on its own, even as a brooch, layer that up, glue it down, put some enamel on it, and that as an actual Halloween brooch would be beautiful. And as always, we bring you the gatherings, okay? So here we have all our lovely little characters. We've sized them down, so you've then got 3 sizes, and then we've also changed the orientation. So that is the gathering. Here's our Bram. Look at him. He's the most adorable character ever, isn't he? He's got his broomstick, he's in the woods, he's got his lovely little hat on, there's his pumpkin, he's been to fetch that. That's going to be on his doorstep later. I can absolutely guarantee that. And then finally, Buffy. Of course it's Buffy. Isn't she just beautiful? And again, you can still snip away all of these elements and actually make it different, so you can add in more of this foliage. So if you snipped those away, you could then create a whole wreath around Buffy, which is brilliant. And also then snip the hat off and use the hat on its own, maybe have the hat tucked into the pumpkins. Love it. Just a fabulous, fabulous collection. And then, of course, when you buy the collection as a whole, you're going to get your SVGs. Now, the SVGs with your Brother Scan and Cut, because that's our favourite machine here at Highlight Crafts. And you're going to get different files. So you will always get the original. You'll get 2 additional sizes, maybe large, extra large, or large and small. It depends on how they can work it for you. So you'll always get the original. Now, the original is the size of the die. In addition to those, you will get your reverse reflection and, of course, any decoupage. And that is, again, in all of the sizes. Of course, as always with the Scan and Cut, you can change your sizes in your printing without, it's just brilliant. And there'll be a link below for all of you new people that are coming along to join us on this lovely adventure of crafting, that if you're unsure about how to group, align and scan in your SVGs, we'll pop that on the bottom so it's easy. And you click the link and it'll take you straight across to our lovely mail showing you how to do that. And then, of course, now we give you everything when you buy the collection. So you've seen the dies, I've spoke about the SVGs, and of course we have the MCS. I've just got to wake the screen up and I just want to make that a little bit smaller. I like more work room around this outside edge. So we have got on here, in that one, and we want pumpkin patch. And then if I go onto here, so when you actually get your download for your MCS, you will get your scene building, you will get your reflections, your papers and patterns, your textures and your scenes, okay, which is fabulous. So here is the folder that gives you all of that scene building. So this, look at this. Isn't that just the nicest thing ever? So we've cut it down for you. So we've taken that element there, snipped into it and divided it out. And then in addition to that, we've taken that flower there and snipped that one off. And so every element, if there's a larger element, we cut into all of these pieces for you. Okay, so on here, we've got that little can. We've taken it off here for you and given it you separate so you can have everything different. So I love the Minecraft Studio scene building because we break it all down for you. Like the lovely little Bram here. We've got his pumpkin separate now. We've got Bram, that hasn't got the actual elements, so we can sit him here instead of with all of this. We can bring in and have lots of his little pumpkins at the side of his gate, so this is now his gate. So I love this. And then we can bring in a row of the pumpkins across the bottom. Then we can tuck this, move that little thing, tuck that in behind like so. This one at the side of here, and we've created a fabulous little scene just out of those elements that I brought on. And that in itself is then a scene, and it's so easy to build up. Now, in addition to that, you also get your reflections. Now, your reflections are exactly that. Print them at 100% or actual size, depending on your printer settings, and you're going to get the perfect reflections for your dies, of course. Now, you also get the double-sided reflection, okay? And if there are additional colours, you will get the additional colours as well. But I just want to share a little tip for you with the double-sided. This one, I always print onto 250 GSM, okay? So that one is the standard, as I say, the standard one. On this one where you've got that double-sided, you've got the black line across the middle. I always print this onto 140 GSM because when you've scored along that line and fold it in half, when you put this through your die cutting machine, obviously 140, you're then cutting 280 cardstock. But I like the look and the feel it gives you as well with the lower cardstock for the actual double-sided. Then moving on from the reflections, you get your patterns and your papers. Now, again, of course, we give you so many things. So we have given you A4 and A5, okay? So those are your portrait, but we also give it you in a landscape as well. So wherever we can, we give you as much printability as we possibly can offer for you, okay? In addition to that, you're also getting, look, little characters. Aren't these just adorable? So you'll get all the characters, but I love these pieces of artwork. Aren't they phenomenal for building up your scenes? They work beautifully, and also just as papers and do journaling. I love the fact that we've got a rice paper-esque, but this foxing that we've got in the background where it looks like it's been faded and it's gone. It's really old paper, very vintage. Love all of that. Then going from there, we've then got our textures. Now we give you 8 different colourways. That's not a strong, there we go. Can we see that one a little bit clearer? That's lovely. So this one is almost like, got a little bit of script here, and we've got a little bit of lined, you have to really look when you're looking at these. Bit of script, bit of like, it's almost like we've got a watermark, but more script up here. So that is a lovely, again, you've got this like subtle foxing to it. It's almost like you could see that it's been folded, where those crease lines have been, where it's an old piece of paper that's been folded up and left in a bag or kept in a pocket. And then finally, right at the end, you have your scenes. So look, and again, something that Two Red Robins is always fabulous at doing for you is we give you A4 and we give you A5, we give you landscape, and we give you the portrait as well. Okay, so there's your landscape, and then we give you the A5. So that on its own, I just love the colours of this artwork, just phenomenal. Then of course you've got all the other elements of the gates, and you've got the actual pumpkin patch, you've got a fabulous house as well. All of these backing papers, the scenes themselves, you've got 20 in total to play with. So there's a lot to go at with this. So you get your scene building, reflections, papers and patterns, textures and scenes, all together for you to be able to create all of your lovely projects. And I love that we give you everything together. So maybe you're using your SVG files printing out your scenes and everything and using Minecraft Studio to create a scene. Then you're taking it and using it with your SVG files, creating an image or a project, and then you're using your dies as well. And remember, the SVG files are different sizes as well. So building up that perspective is brilliant. So let me show you a couple more samples before. These are just beautiful. Love these. Look, just pop that to one side. Oh, look at that. We've got the moon in the background. Look. Oh, love that one. That, I've got to say, could possibly be my favourite sample. However, look, I've got to share this. Okay, so our lovely Lou has done this again. So let me look in there. Look at what you can be doing. And that has been done because we give you the gathering. So they've got the little tiny characters in there as well. Isn't that just stunningly beautiful? And then finally, the last one. And just because I just love that moon. We've got the moon, we've got glitter, of course, which I just adore. And that blue and orange colourway, that cornflower blue is spectacular. So those are our dies. So, shall we just show a very quick demo? Let's build it up. Well, actually, it's a bit of a cheat because our lovely Lou did me this. So, really super simple. I've got my card blank. Couldn't be any easier. Mats and layers, but how quick and easy. And then also, what this is, it's a circle die. And I've just used the circle die again and chopped out of it. Okay, really easy. Snip and took it out. I've not had to do that with anything else. I've not got a moon die as such. So if you haven't got one, cut a circle and put a smaller circle in and cut it out, and it gives you the moon. So then we have our lovely stitched edge die, adding a little bit of texture. Then, oh, I love this. So this is one of your papers, one of your scenes. Pop that on there. Then I'm going to bring in the moon. So you could have the moon. I'm going to have it a bit like that because I'm having my little cat sat on here. And then look how beautiful these dies are for you to be able to decoupage up. Let me just lay that on there. In fact, let's have so we can bring that so I can actually create quite a big, there we go. Love this. And this is our lovely Buffy, and she's going to sit inside there just like that. Isn't that just one of the best things ever? Super simple, and that is all down to the artwork. It's so easy to build and have something like this, quick and easy. Square card. Even if you haven't got the dies, just use your guillotine, mats and layers, and then put on those fabulous dies. Love it. So, thank you everybody for coming along and joining me and seeing this wonderful release of our Highlight Crafts 2 Red Robins pumpkin patch. I hope you love the characters just as much as we have. I know I've fallen in love with them. So, happy crafting everybody, and we'll see you all again real soon. Take care.
If you want to see more from Highlight Crafts, make sure you click the like button, subscribe by clicking the subscribe button below, and click the bell icon to receive notifications of all of our future content. You can also click here to see our latest video, or click here to see more videos like this one.